if I must be sincere, I think more than 90% of Nigerians, we are multi-personalities.
Exactly.
We do not carry a single image. We are deceptive in
Exactly.
our nature.
Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of TET. I'm your host, and I'm Hartwell Okori. I'm in the studio with
Excel?
And I have Kayode.
certainly,
Certainly.
Certainly.
the
The
Ugly
Ugly
Truth
Truth
podcast. Well, today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, and I'm here with my guest, and we're going to dissect a very important topic. And that topic today is image everything. We want to know if image is everything, and we are going to hear the thoughts and the mindset of the guest here in the studio. So, Mr. Kyrie, what do you think?
Well, that's Kyle and Excel. But it's fine. It's fine.
It's good.
Well, image is very, very important, but it's not everything.
Okay.
I'll go in the way of the people who produce a lot of goods we are consuming. You go to the market to buy, let's say, a sachet of biscuits.
Mm.
You buy it and it looks heavy, it looks big. But as soon as you open it or tear the wrap, you come to realize that a lot of the content are air,
All the glitters are not good.
are not good.
Really.
But it's the image that attracted you
Yeah.
to buy. Now, if we check our adverts are looking all glamorous, but you try and get the product, and it's a totally different thing. Now, a lot of people in production are focusing in more on the image because it is to help attract. But as soon as you are attracted to a product, you try and check on the content, and it is not as glamorous as it was advertised.
Wow.
So for me, image is very, very important, but it's not everything.
Wow. So, what do you think?
All right. In as much as I, regret to admit the fact that image is not everything, it is also important for us to know that image is very, very essential. Because when we're talking about image, in respect to the purpose of our viewers, I would like to give a definition of what image is. Image is actually a virtual representation of what something is, and oftentimes image can be very deceptive. And what my co-guest said, when we pay much attention to the virtual look of what an object, an item is, we always come to realize that the content is quite different from what the virtual portrays. So on the strength of this, especially in Nigeria that we have, we've seen so many scenarios, so many cases where what got you attracted is quite different from the content. So image is not everything. Image is deceptive. Image is captivating, but is not essential.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was a good one. But I think from my own point, I will virtually say should I put it as 80-20 based on the kind of world we are in right now?
Mm,
Do you understand? Like it is of 20, it is like of 80 of everything
yeah.
and 20% of the importance.
And also, when I did an extensive research on image, I came to realize that image, from the manufacturer's mind, is designed to be everything. Let me explain what I mean. For instance, if let's assume you have an automobile wheels from Benz, and Benz has achieved a respected name in the market over a period of years, and in respect to the quality of their product and all of these things they produce. And because of how would I put it? Most of these roadsides, illegal automobiles that produce cars, you see them conjure all kinds of vehicles together and placed a name on it. And in respect to that, you might buy a car from the black market, which is not actually the object of the manufacturer's image. I don't know if you get it
Yes.
because from the manufacturer's mind, the image is designed to represent the manufacturer. Next to where you see next to is an image of the manufacturer. Benz, all of these names are image. So, but because of the way things are in our dispensation and in respect to the country where we belong, you find out that the word image has been largely, abused. So there is a large misconception about image. But from the manufacturer's mind, it is designed to be everything. But virtually, it is not everything.
Well, I think I would boldly say image is a mirage. It is not really true.
Okay.
Do you understand? I feel image is the perception of things. It is just what you want people to see about you. That's that.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Very
So
true.
actually, for instance, you might be based on your personality, right? Everybody knows you to be this kind of person that's well-to-do
Of course.
and whatever. Now, it is you that's making them to see this is what
That
they should
version of
see. Yeah,
you.
that version of you. But actually, in reality, inside of you, that's not who you
Exactly.
actually are.
Exactly.
You just portray that image because of some level of importance, some status, and whatever. But it is not all that true. But I would just boldly use the rap and said it is all that glitters and
And
not
not
gold.
gold.
So basically, I don't think it is everything, but I will tell you it is very, very important because of the kind of world we are in right now.
Of course.
But based on a level of just like what you said, in the minds of let's say producers,
Yes.
manufacturers, and all of that, the image of what they are producing is meant to carry everything of
What
they
they
want
represent.
it, yes,
Exactly.
what they want it to be. It's just, for instance, Benz, the car Benz, it's a brand that's strong enough.
It's a success in the market.
It's a success. It has built a name for itself. So now let's take, for instance, that Benz, that car. Now many people will look at it and they will forget that it has a track record.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yes.
It has a track record. The car it didn't just get there. The brand itself, the image itself
Exactly.
did not just get there. Now, this is the problem with our society today.
Mm.
They want to get there, but they want to boycott the track record to
Of
get
course.
there.
And
That's
cut
where the
corners.
mirage comes in.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Exactly.
So they'll try to portray the attractiveness and everything, whatever.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Of course.
But the track record. Now, most people that have gotten to that place that their image is 100% of their personality.
Yes.
They didn't just get there. You understand the success story.
Of course.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So you were not actually, because if you read most books by most successful men out there, they were not actually acts of, they're not, I don't know if I should put it like, they were not actually chasing success.
Yeah.
It came to them.
It came. You were actually after purpose. Do you understand?
Yeah, true.
You were actually
They were
after a
pursuing
thing,
vision.
a vision.
There is a
finding a
vision, a
solution.
primary objective.
Do you understand? So when they get there, they just figure out that I'm successful. It's
Yeah.
just like boom. It just blew up like I'm successful. But at first, they were not actually
Pursuing
pursuing
success.
success. So when they got there and discovered that I'm successful, it is now an image
Yes.
to everybody. But inside, they were actually there's a track record.
Of course.
So most people could not see the inside. So what they are seeing at the outside make them to portray a certain image.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So for me, I feel that most people should review what is in the inside than what is in the outside.
Okay.
I don't know if you get.
Yeah,
course
I
I
get.
do.
Because most people covers their inside and just show out the outside of what they want other people to see.
Okay. I will allow my friend to talk before
Okay,
I come in
if
here.
I'll come in here, thank
Okay.
God you came and made and told us about this Benz. And one thing I'm realizing is image is important.
Yes.
Now, if we say image, including like the adverts,
And
the
everything.
posters, but if we check on brands which are successful today,
Yes.
you hardly find an advert outside
Yes.
because of
Their image.
That consistency in the market
because
has
of the
ended.
content.
Yes.
Now,
A name.
how often are you seeing an advert of a Ferrari or Bugatti?
Yes.
Because though at the in the beginning, I'm very sure as they came and produced the like the
The band.
The
the
brands.
yeah,
brands.
the best. As they came and produced it, advert to follow, but and they saw that it's more important to try and work on the content
Yes.
and than the image. Now, I hardly see an advert of Bugatti.
Mm.
I hardly see an advert on Ferrari.
And yet they're excelling.
Yet,
Yeah.
these companies
excelling.
are excelling.
I'm telling you, even things like Apple doesn't even
Exactly.
Like-
So a good image markets themselves.
Yes. Or no, should I say good content? I think so.
You know,
Yeah.
the
It's not-
content is actually a progression of the image.
Yes.
Like for an instance, let's take this as a graphic illustration. Let's assume I do burger, peanuts. You do your own peanuts too. We are getting from the same material, but because of my own consistency in the market in respect to the image attached to that product, I'm liable to make more profit than you are. Do not forget, we are selling the same product. Why? But the difference of my income and that of yours is because of my consistency that my image has earned me in the market.
Well,
How about saying it this way? Next to water, for an instance, there are many table waters in the market. But people likes to go for next to water. Why? Because next to water has when we're talking about an image,
and I don't have to see an advert of Nestle.
okay, see it this way. And when you give a very precise contextual meaning to the word image in respect to the word of God, the Bible, the image is a summation of your moral nature, your spiritual nature, and your intellectual nature. You hate to be dirty because you got that moral from God. God is not dirty. You think like God. The only trees God created at creation were the only trees He created. So God put the future of a tree in a seed. So when you plant a seed, the tree comes out.
Yeah.
Then how come you put on earth, irrespective of the wireless connection and all of those distance from heaven to earth? It is because you have a spiritual wireless GPS that connects you and God together. So the summation of this intellectual nature, this spiritual nature, and this moral nature is what we call image. In biochemistry terms, in respect to what I studied, we call it DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, and hormone-acquired genetic information of living organisms. So if you see it from this aspect, you come to realize that image in the mind of God is designed to be everything.
In the mind of God.
Because
of
God
God.
is in the similitude of a manufacturer.
That's just
So
like,
in the mind of every manufacturer, image is designed to be everything.
everything.
Another word for image is name. What you often comes across the word for my name's sake, for my image sake, not because of your righteousness, but for my own sake. So because we carry the image, the moral nature, the character, and everything that entails God, the nature of God. So we are special. Do not forget, we are not the only creature God created. God created animals and all kinds of species, but because we are created in His own image, they are created after their own kinds. So that's why God took out more time to pay attention to humans. Do not forget, angels were not created in the image of God. So there's no forgiveness for angels, for demons, but there are forgiveness for humans. Why? Image. Image is everything. So where you see image, you see love, mercy, compassion, all of those things. So in the mind of every manufacturer, it is designed to be everything. But so far so good in respect to abuse and in a dispensation, it has become a mirage, like our host said.
Yeah, okay.
So
okay,
so you what do you see
I
about
wanted
that?
us to go there, but thank God, thank God.
I went there, but
you went there.
yeah.
Like, if we are talking to God,
yes.
if we are talking about God, I doubt if there is anything He has done wrong.
Okay.
But we know in our modern age, a lot of producers are cutting corners in order to try and cut costs
Yes.
and make a lot of profits.
Of course.
If we all remember the time I was a kid,
Okay.
I don't know if I can come and mention the name of the product. Well, I'll just
Maybe let's say
yes,
Indomie.
give
Wait,
kudos to who kudos is deserved. And
wait, I'll say
let's
Indomie. When I was young, they said in 2 minutes.
Indomie is
In 2 minutes.
You can prepare Indomie.
I've tried. I've used gas.
Maybe I've not used sunlight.
I've used everything. And the type of Indomie I saw in the advert, it had chicken, it had carrots, it had everything. In 2 minutes. To me, it
It
is a way of cutting in corners to
yes,
attract,
just to captivate
just to
the
captivate you.
targeted audience.
Because I tried to cook indomie in 2 minutes, I couldn't.
It's not possible. Come on, it's not.
So I'm telling you that
Yeah,
image
exactly.
is important, but
But it's not
everything.
everything.
It's not.
True. Very true.
Okay, let's talk about our personality, the image, when it has to do with our family. What do you think? Is it a mirage or is it everything when it comes to family? Because the people that knows you better and more, it's you and your family.
Mm,
I think image in respect to family is not, is a function of hard work, not mirage. Because you cannot give what you do not have. And we Africans, we are raised up in such a way that we subscribe most to proofs, to evidence. Before you can become a model family, you must have a track record of how well you've managed your family over a period of time. When crisis came, when life strikes, how you were able to manage to bring the best out of the worst. So when talking about family, a family is not something you can hide from people. It's not because I believe every member of a family is a reflection of the family.
yeah.
Do you agree?
Exactly.
You
Like
might
the
not.
family is
You exactly because okay. If I want to have an idea of who your mom and dad is, just me looking at the way you talk, your parents and probably your siblings, I may not have the full knowledge, but at least I have an high rate of knowledge. Already my expectation is managed. There is a perception of how your mom and dad should look or who they should be, in respect to how you've been raised. So you are most likely to be considered as a reflection of your family. And the kind of person you are is a respect of hard work. The investment of your dad's energy, the symbol of his money, his resources, and all of those things, all of those sacrifices, resources to make you who you are. So when you're talking about image in respect to family, it's not a mirage. It's a function of hard work and evidence proofs.
Now, let's say, why I said, why I asked if it's everything, because when you are dealing, you deal with, when you are dealing with family,
Okay.
right? Now, you deal with, should I say, individualism,
Okay?
do you
True.
understand? Because
Yeah.
it is pertaining you. Do you get it?
Yes.
It's pertaining you now. That's what I meant by when your image to talk about your image about your family.
Okay. Like
how
you
do they
representing your family.
No, like how do they perceive you? Like your image, when they
Outside.
see your image, how do they perceive you? Like, are you, outside I might feel this person is a nice person,
Okay.
but inside I might feel this person is not actually nice.
Okay.
Do you
I want to
understand
get a
what
gift.
I'm saying, like,
I'm trying to get the picture. Like when you're talking about family, when you talk about individualism,
let me
okay.
make you understand. Like, for instance, you can be this kind of person that are open to everybody,
Okay.
and everybody is connected to you and feel, this person is a nice person. They just want to connect with you. Do you get?
Yeah.
But inside, they feel you are so isolated.
Yeah.
Now, there's two portray of different images.
Of course.
Now, that's what I'm saying. Inside family now, like, how do they see you?
If I must be sincere, I think more than 90% of Nigerians, we are multi personalities.
Exactly.
We do not carry a single image. We are deceptive
Exactly.
in our nature. Because
Okay.
you see a child that is as young as I speak from an experience in respect to the school I went to. I schooled in Unilag, and you see most of these students, when our mom and dad came around, they just start acting like they knew nothing. These are the same boys and girls painting the campus red. If when people do not really understand what image is all about, they are liable to have deficiency in character.
Wow. Okay. Mr. Ezra, what do you think?
Well, on this topic
There's
of
a nail I'm
image
waiting to hit.
in family,
Kai.
a lot of youths are not who they are outside
Very
at
true.
home.
Very
Okay.
true.
I have a lot of friends. Okay, I'll give you a personal experience. In 2018 or so, I was driving with my own mom, and I saw a young boy smoking, and I was like, oh, I remember the time I used to smoke. And she turned and looked at me that you smoke. what I'm saying, I stopped in 2010.
Oh,
I was like, yes, I used to smoke now.
Okay.
Now, in her own mind,
you are a saint.
Excel is
You are a
a
saint,
saint.
an angel.
But I know what
You
I
do.
was doing. I know what I do.
Okay.
So a lot of youth, like, it's not even youth, like a lot, even in marriages,
Image is not everything.
a husband is not who he is outside
Of course.
at home.
Different
Okay,
perception
Let me
and
say
impressions.
this. Let me say this because I think this there's this conception about this family thing that I think I've not really had time to talk about it. I will have time one day to dissect.
Okay.
You can't actually predict or decide what somebody should think or perceive about you.
No,
No.
I think you can. You can because
And you can
because
influence it.
most of the times
You can influence it,
exactly.
but not decide.
You can't decide, you can only influence
and,
it.
That is one. Okay.
yes.
Secondly, since you cannot decide it, people perceive you based on your actions
Yeah,
and reactions.
yeah.
Yeah. Most times I still believed, how would I use the word? I have to say this now. I believe more than average Nigerians are gullible.
But let's know about your own personality. Dear Miraj.
Well, for now, I feel for no,
It's just
no,
being real. It's being real. It's being
you
real.
know-
and sincere.
I told you that a couple of years back, like I was having a discussion with my mom, but at the moment, I feel she's aware of who I am outside. So I would say the same person I am outside is who I am inside
Mm.
because I don't have any reason to hide or be scared of who I choose to be outside, inside. I am the same person outside,
Mm.
inside, at home.
Yeah, I think the same applies to me. Like I said, I believe the word image is equivalent to character, and if you're a man of character, you should not be a multi-personality. So I try as much as possible to express the unique me to my community, to the world at large, and I wouldn't want you to forget that despite the fact that you might try as much as possible to bring out the real you to people, there are still people out there who will never
Actually,
see you
yeah.
for who they are. They just have this preconceived notion, this perception about you. And no matter what you do, you is not strong enough to change the perception. So it's just us to live. We just try to be our own self and just live as we are and hoping that one day people will come to realize that assumption is the lowest form of reasoning. So before you assume who people are, you try to get close to know who they are.
Well, Mr. Aja, you want to say something?
No, I'll just try and buttress his point. A lot of people have gotten it wrong
Yes.
in their opinions
About
and
the-
ideas
About
about
people.
all people.
Mm.
I remember a story I had a long time ago. It happened in a residential area of Lagos State. You know these touts that they call Omota, these
Okay, hooligans, all these hoodlums.
Agboro.
Agberu, yeah, these Agberu boys. And that man would, or anytime he's driving into his streets, he will call them and sort them,
Okay,
and sort
he
them.
pays
So-
dues.
And the wife will always complain, these boys will use the money to smoke, to drink. So, but the man was doing his own. Now, his wife has a shop in the market. Like, you know how Lagos areas
Commercial
are,
avenues are.
there'll be a market, then residential areas like this. So, a night like that, I think the whole market was on fire. It is these same boys who broke into her own shop and brought her things out
And save her goods. Wow.
and stood with her things. So on the next day, as they came in, my thing, they say, Mama, we were here, we stood with your stuff. Now, and the man said, it is not even him now who is sorting the boys, it is the wife.
Because she saw a reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the value in what the man has been doing over a period of time.
Yeah, now,
So her
if
perception about
Change.
them
has changed.
The image she had about them has changed.
So, now, imagine if her husband had listened to her. And she would have lost her goods of maybe over $1 million
Or more than.
or more than.
True.
Well, for me, I think I would say this. I have just one personality, but I'm very complicated. Yes. Because that's one thing humans fail to understand. We are a constituent of so many things.
Of course.
Our ideology, our mindset, our thinking
Our
pattern,
upbringing.
and whatever. Now, people tend to judge us based on their own marketing scheme.
Exactly.
So, and I've gotten to this part whereby I don't really give a damn of what your marketing scheme was or what your marketing scheme is right now. So, I just live my life based on some certain value. Over the years, I've seen people who have become successful has trained on.
Of course.
Do you understand? So, me being that kind of person makes people feel I have various kind of personality. No. I might meet with a person and never get to talk with you. Doesn't mean I don't talk.
Of course.
Do you understand? It's just that there's nothing to talk about with you. If there is, I'm going to talk with you. Do you get it? I might meet with you. I'm not really being able to deal with business stuff with you. Not based on the fact that you are not dealable. It's just the fact that my perception is not allowing me
Of course.
to deal, and I'm not judging you for that fact. Yeah. So I've learned to deal with my judgmental aspect of me because that's one thing we humans are having problem with.
Yes.
I think that's where the image aspect of everybody is coming out from.
Yes.
We see anybody outside, we judge them, and while judging them, we are giving them the image we want to give to them. Do you understand? So and truly, it's not really their image. We don't even get to sit with them because there's this aspect that's trending within Nigeria. I think, let me say, Africa a whole. The aspect whereby you don't talk, you are proud.
Of course, very true.
Do you understand?
Yes.
If somebody just sees you as this kind of person that you don't talk, the next thing they say, this guy is
It's
proud.
arrogant.
It's arrogant. Do you get it?
Of course.
So, right. So we're going to another section, and before then, I want Mr. Kennedy to tell us what is your take home. What do you give to the audience? What do you think? What should they know? What do you want to tell them about Amy? What advice?
What I would like to say to us is that before you assume, please ask. Before you assume, please ask. Assumption is the lowest form of reasoning. You don't assume. Don't assume people for who they are not. Try to ask questions. When you ask questions, you know better. And when you ask, you are entitled to know. So that's my take home for you. Please, let's try to work on ourselves and let's try to accommodate people. Let's give ourselves benefit of doubt, like my co-guest said. I think that will do. Thank you so much.
All right.
Well, I'll say, just as I've said, I don't know you until I know you. So it's important for us to try to make that extra effort in knowing people before we judge them.
Yes. And
also to our viewers who are who are selling stuff, especially online. Let us try and sell what we advertise.
Adopt integrity.
Yes, adopt integrity.
What we do, integrity matters to our manufacturers, to artisans, to those in the commercial circles. Let's try to do that.
In order to avoid
this
what I ordered.
That is what I get.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys.
All right. My take home here is this. I think first of all, I think everyone out there has to work on their value system. I think that's where most of this problem lies, value system. And when working on your value system, you get to understand that values are different.
Yes.
Values has its category. And when you start tempering with all these things, you will learn to respect
For who they are and their opinions.
people's values, and thereby you start giving boundaries and attaching values
Yes.
to what is valuable and
Yes,
stuff
true.
like that. This will help you to place your judgment or whatsoever and all of that. You don't even have to get to meet people before knowing them. There are people that when you meet, you can read them, you can study them. Do
Yes,
you understand? You
very
can
true.
profile them. And this will do by when you know your value placement and all of that, knowing what is important, what is relevant to get.
Very
So
true.
that's what you just need to work on, and every one of us need to prove that. It's just like I think we are like a house. We are like a house. Now in a house, you get to understand that there is what is called a balcony. First of all, there's what is called what's it called?
The sitting room.
No, you talk about the terrace, the outside
Okay, the
compound,
terrace, okay.
and all of that. Before you enter the balcony,
Okay.
you get into the sitting room,
Alright.
and you get into the bedroom. Everybody needs to understand that life is based in
In
stages.
segments, yeah.
Yes.
At the first point, when you get to meet a person, you are meeting the person at an outer part of the house.
Yes.
You are still outside. Now, you will graduate to a point whereby you come to the balcony. You will get to the point whereby you will get into the sitting room. Don't be in a haste. Just enjoy the process.
Exactly.
When you start enjoying the process, this is where you know if you want to actually go into the person's sitting room
Or not.
and have a seat or not.
And the kitchen.
And the kitchen.
Can be a dirty part of it.
All right, guys. I want to say we love you. Thank you for listening with us, and thank you for having our time. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And don't forget, this is the Ugly Truth Podcast. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.